What it do, YouTube? I'm out here on this hot, sunny ass day. Summer has finally arrived up here in Chicago, at least. And man, it's about fucking time. About time. But I wanted to talk about a topic that I've been meaning to talk about for a while, um, and that is fasting. I want to talk about why fasting is vital for healing. It's probably one of the most overlooked fads or lifestyles that I could think of. You know what I'm saying? Um, I believe fasting should be a part of every detox, cleansing program, whatever you want to call it. Especially when we're talking about the serious chronic illnesses that we are facing right now, like cancer, um, even high blood pressure, diabetes, type 1 and 2, epilepsy, what else? Um, all the all the chronic illnesses. It's so many diseases out here that we can go on for days about the amount of diseases that there are in total. There's diseases every time I look at a list of the diseases, it seems like it's a new one every day, and it's literally how it is. They find new diseases every fucking day, so it's kind of impossible to keep up with the diseases that are out there. But we just gonna focus on the common diseases that Americans face due to the standard, sad standard American diet, right? The fact that we even allow another race to dictate what we are supposed to be eating, what we are supposed to be ingesting and consuming for nutrition, and that's why they call it a standard American diet. It's standard. You know what I mean? It's the norm. So that's the standard American diet is a guideline for the American people, right? When the American people are a diverse group of people. There, you got white folk, you got black folk, you got people from all type of other countries coming in too. So once they come over here, they're now American. So they adopt our diet and they start developing these diseases and getting overweight and stuff like that. So that's why we got to kill this. We have to refrain or move away from that mindset or that lifestyle because it's not for black people. It's not for us. That's for one. And it's really not for anybody. It's when you're talking about health, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely not for us. So we need to start being our own doctors, you know what I'm saying? And paying attention to our bodies and learning how it works. And that's how you become your own doctor. Learn yourself. When you take a shit, and depending on the situation, inspect your stools. You ain't got to be picking it and shit like that, but every once in a while, just look at it. Look, because the stools is an indication of the current state in your body. The stools and the urine. So pay attention to your stool. Pay attention to your urine. And when I mean pay attention to your urine, normally the urine is supposed to be clear. Maybe a little off yellow ish, but it's supposed to be clear. You know what I'm saying? So if your urine is yellow, then green, with that ammonia type stench, man, some going on. It really means basically take that as an indication that your body is in a very acidic state. Now, when it comes to your stools, if your stools come out real small and hard and like hard chunks and shit like that, then that means that you're very acidic because when you eat predominantly raw fruits and vegetables, um, your stools are gonna float, so to speak. Not all of them, not all the time, but for the most part, if you eating, let's say you eating predominantly fruits. If you eating predominantly fruits, then your stools are gonna float. If you eat fruits and vegetables, mixing in some cooked vegetables, whatever, they're gonna sink to the bottom, but they're gonna be kind of like a light brownish color, which is what it's supposed to be. So if your shit coming out dark brown, damn near black, like charcoal, and green, now that's I've experienced that too. When my diet was real bad, the shit was green, and yeah, and a lot of people experience that shit. So pay attention to your body. Pay attention to what comes. Pay attention to what you put in, and pay attention to what comes out. You know what I'm saying? If your tongue has a white coat on top of it, that's signs that there's something going on, mainly in your colon area. You need to flush your colon out. Um, so those are things that you want to start. Just simple things you start paying attention to. But let me go back to fasting. Now, fasting, there's different types of fast. You got your water fast, you got your juice, excuse me, your juice fast, smoothie fast. What else? The dry fast, where you're not consuming any liquids or any solid foods. And then you have, then you have the water, juice, and tea fast, where you just you drink water, juice, and herbal tea, solid foods. And this is something I've just started doing. It's called intermittent fasting, and it's becoming a big thing in the health community. A lot of people are turning to intermittent fasting for weight loss. But aside from the weight loss, intermittent fasting can be very, very beneficial for you in terms of healing. If you have a serious illness, you definitely want to consider intermittent fasting. Let me tell you why. The whole purpose of fasting, period, is to refrain from food, right? And we got to keep in mind that our ancestors way back when, right? They were naturally practicing the art of fasting. They were naturally fasting because one, food was in abundance like it is now. They didn't really have. I'm talking about way back then. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have grocery stores and stuff like that, so food was not always available. So they would go periods of 16 plus hours. Sometimes multiple days without eating. And that's something that we need to get back to, because on average, we spend, I'd say, about 3 meals a day. That's the average American. We eat about 3 meals a day. Some people more. Some people eat aside from the three main meals, people mix in little snacks and shit like that. So we got to keep that in mind. So all of that stuff is being adjusted. So the whole purpose of fasting is to give your body a break from all that shit. Give your body a break. You know what I'm saying? Even the toilet. The toilet needs a break sometimes because the toilet gets clogged up too. So the same way the toilet gets clogged up, your body gets clogged up. And that's what makes disease possible. When undigested food particles get stuck, aside from the fat that gets stored in your body for later use, there's food deposits that get stored somewhere because it can't get digested, and then you have fecal matter that gets stuck and clogged up in the colon. So that's why a lot of people experience constipation, especially when we talk about fried foods and fried foods. The cook, even the cooked foods. You know what I'm saying? That stuff, if it's not digested properly, builds up. What else would I want to say? So yeah, like I said, okay, the whole purpose of fasting, again, is to give your body a break from eating, because your body spends a massive amount of energy just digesting food alone. So when your body is in a constant state of feeding or being fed, it's constantly using up energy. That's why a lot of people feel fatigued and they don't have a lot of energy throughout the day. And they need that proverbial cup of coffee every single morning. Because you're constantly feeding yourself. You're not allowing your body to rejuvenate itself. You know what I'm saying? So throughout, if you eat 3 meals a day, you're not really giving your body a chance to, um, to break down the last meal. All you're doing is stacking on to the last meal you had each time. That's why some people gain weight faster than others. You know what I'm saying? Depending on your metabolism levels. But for the most part, it's the same concept. The more you eat, the more stuff that's going to get stored inside of you, and the more weight that's going to be put on to you. So keep that in mind. So when you give your body a break, you're allowing your body to digest anything that wasn't digested before, and you're allowing your body to cleanse itself, which is very important when it comes to healing or curing diseases. And I'm gonna tell you this: fasting alone can cure damn near anything. Damn near anything. That's facts. So when you mix fasting with your herbal regimen or detox program or whatever, you can do some things with that. You know, so definitely keep that in mind. Uh, uh, yeah. Excuse me, but so the whole point of fasting and okay, let's get back to intermittent fasting. So with intermittent fasting, which I highly recommend everybody to do, it really should be a major part of your lifestyle. You should do that. Start tomorrow. So what I do is I'll fast for 20 hours, 20 plus hours, 20 to 24 hours. I fast. Sometimes depending on I do a lot of ripping and running. You know what I'm saying? So I might break my fast longer. I mean, early than I expected. But usually I try to keep it 20, 24 hours every day. So if you fast for 3 hours, let's say you're doing the 24, 20 and 4 method, which means you fast for 20 hours and then you give yourself a 4-hour window to consume solids. And you might only have time for one meal, which is good. You might want to keep that meal a day. That's all you really need is one meal, one good nutritious meal. So you give yourself a 4-hour window to eat, and then you're back on the clock. So so basically what that does is when you fast for 20 plus hours, or even let's say 16 plus hours, that is basically giving your body it's rebooting your body. Really, when you start at least 20 hours. Now that really allows your body to reboot itself, rejuvenate itself, and cleanse stuff out of the body. Even when you eat that one meal. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful on how much you eat in that 4-hour window. You know what I'm saying? You can feast, but it's not healthy. Because it kind of defeats the purpose of the intermittent fasting method. So when you decide to break your fast after that 2 hours, you want to eat something that's, so to speak, easy to digest, like a smoothie or salad. You know what I'm saying? Something basically nutrition. You feed your body nutrition when you're not when you are inside that feeding window. Give yourself, make a big salad or something with mushrooms, tomatoes, um, green pepper, olives, something like that. Sprinkle some lime or lemon juice over that, and you straight. That's your meal right there. That's your meal for the day. Put some hemp seeds in there. You know what I'm saying? You want to get, man, look. I'm telling you, I better hop on that, man. Y'all missing out. Especially if you're dealing with something serious. You definitely want to consider fasting. And the whole basis of fasting is you want to get into that ketosis period. Now, the ketosis period is when the body is basically eating its own fat storage. And that's why people lose weight during fasting, because while you're not taking in food for energy, your body is eating its own food storage for energy. So you don't have to worry about eating anything. It's using what it already stored. You know what I'm saying? That's why people lose weight, because they're burning the fat that was stored due to the amount of meals you were eating every day, and your body not being able to burn it off fast enough. Instead, just piling on. So it allows your body to burn off that extra fat, and that's why you see people see mad like I'm talking about crazy results when during fasting. So that's the whole purpose. You want to get into that ketosis. Ketosis, remember that. And ketosis usually happens between, I'll say, 20 and 36 hours. That's when ketosis kicks in. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to get to. You know what I'm saying? So when you're doing intermittent fasting, now if you're just a regular, healthy person, you can probably do minimum 16. You know what I'm saying? 16 hours, 16 to 20 hours. You know what I'm saying? Now if you want to be more advanced with it, you can do 20 to 24, and then mix in some multiple full day fasts, like 2-3 days. You know what I'm saying? Mix that in too. You know? And that'll really give your body a bigger boost. You know what I'm saying? And like I was talking with people that's dealing with major diseases, they definitely want to consider multiple full day fasts, because after the three day mark, that's when your body really starts to rejuvenate and cleanse itself on a cellular level. It allows your body to repair its DNA, repair its cells, and accumulate enough T and B cells and macrophages that it needs to fight off, infections and diseases. Period. And it gives your brain a reboot. You know what I'm saying? It helps your brain, grow new nerve cells, repair the damaged cells, even the cells that can't be repaired. The body just gets rid of it as waste. You know what I'm saying? But the repairable cells and the nerves, those are able to get repaired and rejuvenated and renewed. And your body also makes new cells. We're not, so that's the point. We're not allowing our body to do that when we're constantly stuffing our faces. You cannot heal if you're constantly, even if you take the most powerful herbs in the world. If you still stuffing your fucking face, your body's not gonna, the herbs. Okay, basically what I'm saying is the herbs are not gonna be as powerful as if you were to limit your meal intake to one meal a day, as opposed to 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? Because you're constantly, like I say, back to what I said earlier, your body constantly using energy to digest food. So when you're constantly in that digestion mode, that feeding mode, your body's not allowing your body to focus on healing itself. The body is a self healing mechanism. That's what it's supposed to do naturally, and that's what people gotta start understanding. Man. Your body is amazing, and you're doing yourself a service when you're constantly stuffing your face. Even let's go to breakfast, right? Quote unquote breakfast. What is breakfast? They word look, the word in itself means break fast. Okay, break fast. You're breaking when you're sleeping. You're not eating. Anytime you're not eating, you're fasting. So when you sleep, you usually sleep, about 8 hours a day, right? So you fast for 8 hours. You wake up. First thing you do, you go to the kitchen, fix you whatever you eat. The average food to eat, sausage, bacon, eggs, pancakes, all that, regular shit, right? Or cereal. So we are every day we are fasting. We're fasting every single day. You know what I'm saying? But that 8-hour period is not enough for us to rejuvenate our bodies and allow our bodies to do what it's supposed to do. Because you notice when you sleep, that's when healing truly takes place. Like you notice you get a cut same day, right? You get a same day you wake up, it's damn near halfway healed. Healing wasn't taking place. The healing, your body wasn't doing all that miracle work while you were awake. It was to sleep, so it can allow itself to focus its energy on healing that wound. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep that in mind. You have to keep a balance of being in the fast state and being in the feeding state, or the feasting. You fast, you feast. You fast, you feast. You feasting to a minimum. Don't just don't just because it's kind of defeating the purpose. Especially like I say, when you are trying to heal. Don't get too caught up in trying to eat too much. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you wanna when you're doing this intermittent fasting, you wanna keep your meals at a maximum 2 meals within that 4-hour period, depending on how long you're fasting. I'm just using me as an example. In that 4-hour period, I try to keep it as to 1 meal. But if I happen to get hungry, if I'm I keep it to a two maximum, and they're not big meals. You know what I'm saying? So after I'm done basically after that 4-hour window, I reset myself for the next 20 hours or 20 hours. You know, so that's something you want to take it as an example. Then by all means go ahead and use that. You know, but I'm telling y'all, fasting is, man, I'm telling you, if y'all not up on game, man, you need to get up on it. I'm giving y'all a free game right now. And this ain't no new information. This is old, ancient information that people just overlook. We spend most of our day, most of us are always out and about, you know what I'm saying? We got a job, we doing something, right? And some people don't do shit. They just sit on the couch all day, watch TV, and they eating all day. So that's even worse. But we get out of this cycle to where we just have to eat something. We don't eat out of necessity. We eat out of pleasure. That's it. That's not how our bodies are designed. We are see, and as far as eating meat, people say we're supposed to eat meat. Your body is designed to adapt to any situation. You know what I'm saying? So you can eat meat, but are you supposed to? Right? Are you supposed to? Probably not, right? Because the average motherfucker is not gonna go out and shoot a deer, or shoot a cow, or shoot a chicken, skin the motherfucker, right? Drain fuck draining the blood out, because that's what meat eaters do, right? Real meat eaters, real carnivores, they eat everything that's in the meat, blood and all. So you can't be half stepping if you want to call yourself this or that. You gotta be at least trying to do it. You know? I remember on Facebook, I seen this it was a video, this chick or whatever. She had a whole steak in her hand, right? The steak raw, wasn't cooked. And the description was like, I do this all the time. I love meat like this. Something like that, right? So she's just chewing like she's like a real fucking tiger or a lion, something like that, out in the wild, killing his prey or whatever. This shit was. But keep in mind, this ain't no real raw steak. I'm talking like fresh off of, you know what I'm saying, off a cow or something like that. This, or you know what I'm saying? Look, if you eating store bought meat, raw, you are gonna kill yourself. You're gonna die because it's raw, but it's not raw. It's not fresh. It might be raw, but it ain't fresh. There's a difference between raw and fresh. And the meat that's been sitting on in the supermarkets, they have to realize that with any meat, even our own meat, it decomposes. There's a decomposing cycle that takes place. Do people realize that? You never wondered to yourself how the fuck does the meat sit on in the supermarket for so long? They can sit in it for months and months and months before they discard it. But it's not supposed to stay that long, right? What should they do in the meat? They putting dye in the meat to make it look fresh. But do you have then they put other chemical preservatives in there also to preserve the meat so it can have a longer shelf life. And that's what they do with most of the product, well, all of the products in there. So even if you're eating that piece of steak raw, you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing as a carnivore. You still trying to shortcut the shit. You still went to that store, you bought the piece of meat, and you're chewing on it like you really out there. Wow, but you ain't do the dirty work though. It ain't really no blood in that motherfucker, so it ain't the same thing. But I respect that he's trying to act like a carnivore, I guess. But anyway, like I was saying, as far as back to the fasting thing. So, like I said, I've been doing this in fasting for I'll say about a week or so, and I feel better, feel much better than because I was eating before. I wouldn't eat much before, but when I did eat, sometimes I overeat. You know, even if it's something healthy, you know what I'm saying? I overeat. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing you don't want to do. You don't want to keep overstuffing yourself. When you're fasting, and then you break your fast, and you eat a big ass meal, kind of like I say, the purpose of the fasting. The fasting is supposed to help you burn the excess fat, and it's ingesting food or anything that was digested and belong in there. Any toxic materials in there is supposed to get rid of all that stuff. But every time, I'm telling you, man, every time you break that fast, man, you gotta pay attention to what you're breaking your fast with. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, within the first 16 or so hours, your body is using its own self, basically. It's using its own fat storage for energy. But then the longer you fast, I'll say this: the longer you fast, the less energy you feel, and the more fatigue you begin to feel, because your body is still burning off that fat. You know what I'm saying? But the body is also doing other things like rejuvenation. New cells are being reborn. New cells are being born. New cells are being repaired on every single part of your body. So that's why you begin to feel fatigue and all of that stuff, and also your body's releasing as many toxins as it can. It's doing all of the stuff that we take the herbs for. The herbs accelerate the process, and it's more convenient. But the herbs, basically the herbs, it was already inside you. Even people that take DMT, we naturally have a DMT molecule inside of us. All that plant is doing, the DMT plant, all it's doing is activate the molecule that's already in us. That's what people get DMT from. They just extract the DMT molecule from the particular plant as we get DMT. DMT just activates what's inside you already. It activates that molecule. You know. So basically, man, look, all of this is simple fucking math. It's simple math. I had to use big words and try to confuse you, like doctors do, and you don't know where the fuck to start. Like, man, look, start looking at what you're eating. Start looking at how often you eat, and start paying attention to your excretion. Whatever falls up in that toilet, look at it, man. Like, see, inspect. You can even you test the acidity of your urine. It should be in a neutral state, like around between 7.3 and 75. It should be in that range, maybe 7.2, the lowest, but it should be in the 7 range. You know what I mean? So, as far as pH, so like I say, I'm in the video right now. I can go on forever, but I just want to keep it simple. That was a 30-minute video, but you get the point. Definitely consider intermittent fasting. Consider doing full day fast. And if you want to make it a regular, part of your body. I'm sorry, regular part of your lifestyle. Do it, even if you're sick, even if you're going through a chronic disease. Fast. Even if you want to do herbal regimen, fast first. Because sometimes people can't digest, especially with capsules. Some people can't digest capsules effectively because of the state of their bodies. They're not able to. So everybody's digestive system is not top notch the way it's supposed to be. So definitely avoid capsules as much as possible. I know it's convenient, but definitely go for powders. Definitely herbal teas and extracts because they get in the bloodstream much faster. So, like I say, man, that's pretty much it for this video. I might make a part 2, but trying to stimulate some thought, give you some free game, and I'm gonna get y'all in the next video. Peace.